Lovers of the association. This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and this segment right here is going to be very unique as we'll take a look at the Dallas Mavericks and the effect that Derek Lively has on the offensive as well as the defensive end. And also we'll get into the Memphis Grizzlies, as this season they look to remind the NBA audience that they are at the top of the Western Conference and could be contenders year in, year out. Guys like Ja Morant and Marcus Smart working their way back into the lineup, and they're going to have to rectify something that has bothered them throughout the years, which is fourth quarter execution and closing out some of these tight games down the stretch. But hey, I'm not going to say no more. Let's just get to it.
You see that, young lady? Respect for one's elders shows character.
I have character.
Because you are a character doesn't mean that you have character.
Give me this shit, bitch. Alcohol, right?
So to start off with the Memphis Grizzlies, this season, they're really on their revenge tour. They're trying to get back to being known as one of the teams that are contending at the top of the Western Conference year in, year out. They had a few stumbles with Ja Morant and a few injuries. But one thing they've always struggled with was closing out these games. Now, right here in this possession, they were up 4 and they had the ball and they turned it over on an offensive foul by holding one of the defenders. But in the very next sequence, right here, just very early on in the possession, just being over the bonus, just look at Marcus Smart completely foul Luka. And right here, them up 4, they're going to allow the Mavs to put points on the board, but the clock stopped. Memphis up 4. Luka right here completely airballs this. But check out Marcus Smart right here. What was he thinking? Completely wastes a possession to potentially begin to close this out. The Mavs once again are going to get another chance to score. Now Memphis is up 3. And off this miss right here, look at Marcus Smart once again. Remember, any fouls, the Mavs are going to go to the line. Right there, waste of a foul. Luka right on the line, them up 3 with the clock stopped, and the Mavs just keep closing in. The Mavericks up 2 with about a minute left in the game. Right here we see Kyrie get the pass off to PJ. Bane right here is making the recovery to PJ in the corner. Santi's also making the same recovery, but this little mix-up right here is what causes Spencer Dinwiddie to get the open shot. You're going to see a miscommunication right here. This slight hesitation right here, with Santi now trying to recover to Spence, is what causes him to make this open 3. And the Grizzlies, not necessarily being a team known of having a crazy amount of jump shooters, they're really going to have to cut down the mistakes on the defensive end because they really had this game in the bag. But later on in this segment right here, we'll see the Mavs' ability to have switchable defenders kind of cause the Grizzlies' offense to stagnate. And a lot of the Mavericks' defense this season has really been contributing to PJ Washington defending great perimeter scorers like Ja Morant and Desmond Bane on this possession. But check out Lively on this recovery. Keeps his eye on the ball and his man and is able to prevent Pippen Jr. from potentially getting an easy bucket. But now they had to reset and Pippen Jr. gets called for a travel. The Mavericks having guys like PJ Washington here at the point of attack defending Ja Morant is just giving them a lot of versatility on the defensive side, because now Lively is free to roam and protect the paint if he has to. But this play right here is really what began to galvanize the Dallas Mavericks defense. And right here is a prime example of us seeing some of that defensive versatility that the Mavs can show us. PJ once again is on Ja Morant. Lively's right here helping out with Spencer Dinwiddie. He's going to get the switch, but he can handle his own as he puts up a decent contest. But look who's right here for a very important rebound. PJ. Great rebound by PJ to secure a chance for the Dallas Mavericks to take the lead. Now the Mavericks right here really need an important stop. PJ, once again, is on Ja Morant, and Lively right here is going to come up with a huge stop for the second-year center. Great defense on Jaren Jackson. And this is something that the Mavericks really needed last year. That interior defense It started to come through for them after the trade with Gafford, and that's when Lively really starts to show out. And the second-year player is continuing from where he left off. And just going back earlier in this game, Lively is the one that really gave the Mavericks the chance to come back right here. As you can see, he's going to fight for this offensive rebound, but it was ruled a foul on the offensive rebound, and it completely changed the whole trajectory of this game. As after further inspection on the replay, they end up giving Lively 2 free throws. And again, this is what the Mavs really needed, some inside presence. This is what they were missing throughout last year until they made the trade and got Gafford and PJ on the team. And that's when you really start to see things come together. But Lively in year 2, he looks like he's ready. He's ready to level up and take this team to where they need to go. But again, he was a major factor in this game. So fast forward, the Mavs up 3, about 40 seconds left in the game. But check out Lively right here. Lively once again creating the second chance points and just being a pest in the paint. Letting Mark Cuban know it was definitely worth the tank a couple years back. And getting the 10th overall pick is definitely coming through. Now continuing off that offensive rebound, Luka instantly calls a screen for Lively to set. But he makes his move early, and Lively, because he's a threat on this roll right here for potential alley pass, it changes the way Desmond Bane positions himself. And it's going to begin to open up things for PJ Washington. As you see, Bane protecting the Grizzlies from being a victim of this alley pass right here. And now PJ Washington begins to open up. Again, this is the importance of Lively here. He changed the whole trajectory of this game. And sometimes things like this don't really come down to stats, but you're seeing the importance of it. And the Mavericks this season, they have a lot of pieces that are going to come together, and they have enough what it takes to level up. And when it comes to the Memphis Grizzlies, this season, they're going to have to cut down on a lot of the idiotic plays to close these games out, because they are looking to remind everyone that they are one of the top contending teams in the Western Conference. But Marcus Smart, unfortunately, in this game, the NBA vet, this is why they got him. He sort of let them down, but we all know Marcus Smart is going to be able to fix these issues. And the Grizzlies don't really necessarily have the shooting in the clutch to kind of keep up with other teams, but they could cut down on quite a few things because they do have that defensive presence. And of course, they have the playmaker, Mr. Ja Morant himself. So interesting times that we're in the West. There's a lot of teams that are looking to make noise. And there's also a few teams with a few vets, like the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers, who are actually coming down the standings. So interesting times for the Western Conference. I expect these two teams to go at it again later on this season. But until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.